Welcome to Scaling with Purpose, the show where we explore what it takes to build companies that aim for commercial success and meaningful impact. I'm joined today by Abraham Hematnia, founder of Movo. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you for having me, Mohammed. Thank you.
Welcome. So Abraham, you're doing a lot of things, and I've been looking at your profile, and what the first thought that came up in my mind is, what drove you here? I mean, what made you think I will become an entrepreneur? I will start things up in this way.
Very good question. I personally believe in added value. So I believe that time and opportunities are limited. So I try to make from time that I have to add value. And that's my intrinsic motivation. So
Yeah, beautiful. So you see entrepreneurship as a tool to add value?
Yes. It's not tool itself, but you use it to add value, and especially using technology to add value in daily life of people, everyday people. And these days, the technology offers a lot of opportunities to do that. And so that's my intrinsic motivation. Yes.
Yeah, beautiful. And then I saw you're working on Movo.
Yes.
And I'm curious. Can you tell us a little bit about what that is about?
Yes, the idea about Movo is to help people to reach financial freedom with the assets they own, the cars, vehicles. As you know, 90% of time the cars are parked in the parkings, and people they don't use go to office and put in the parking or go at home. And these days we have also new challenges with having no parkings in some areas, as well as Amsterdam, London, and New York. And the idea of Movo is that when you don't need your car, you can rent it out to people trust. And also, this one branch of Movo. Another branch is that you can drive the car, and you can book the car with driver, and also sell and buy in this platform. So all these three services come in one platform called Movo Autos. Yes.
Yeah, is that very, very interesting. It is a complete ecosystem for things you can do with the car.
Yes, and also we have in our roadmap to also put maintenance later on in this system.
Oh, wow!
So from what we don't do factory manufacturing cars, so you can rent, buy, ride, and later we can also provide with services where you can maintain your car. And what helps is that people know when they buy a car, they know the background, the history, track records of the car. Not just the car. And every car has a history. When you go to the airport, you book a car, book a ride to the airport. And when you go vacation, you can rent out your car, and you can rent a car in your destination. So that's the idea about, and especially is based on trust. Because we believe that when you trust, you will rent, you will buy, you will ride. And that's the idea we have behind Movo.
Yeah, very, very interesting. I understand this principle of trust. I mean, when you leave your car somewhere and somebody else needs to ride it, you need to trust that person. Yeah, how do you maintain the trust?
Yeah, and the users can review each other. That's the first part of trust. And second part of trust is that we are working on insurance. So when you rent out your car and something happened, then insurance will take care of that. So customers or users, or those who rent out the car, they have like a subscription of the payment to the insurance company, and then that covers the cost. If something happens, then they will insure. So that's the idea about how to implement this trust. One hand is the users review each other, and on the other hand is insurance company that will cover.
Yeah, I can imagine that makes a lot of sense. I mean, if an insurance company is ready to provide this type of insurance, then that also says something to me about their how much they trust the platform themselves.
Yes, also the drivers and those who rent, they go also to this verification process. So we need to ensure that they have not background that will damage this, help to damage these cars. And I believe that in when we start, the people start use this application in large scale, and then they will see also reviews. You can look at other websites. You always look at the reviews of the users, of course. And then you can say, okay, I can rent out my car to this gentleman or not. And this is the idea behind that.
Yeah, beautiful. And just thinking out loud, because you said something about the history of cars.
Yes.
That is also very important in the buying decision. But what do you do there? What is your what makes you special on that part?
No, when we talk about listing cars to ride or to rent, not buy, ride or rent. So you have a kind of history in your system.
Oh, yeah.
So you know who's the owner, how's the background of insurance. Yeah. So you have the basic background, and then you can use it when somebody wants to sell and buy. So those cars who are people using to rent or ride will be also sold later on by the owners. So that is the ecosystem we are trying to work on that. And we are turning all cars in your neighborhood to your car, actually, without owning them. And if tomorrow you go from point A to B, then you have your car is not working, or your partner taking the car. So you can look at the app and say, okay, then my neighbor 2 states further has the car, I can take it. So I schedule that and go take the car and go. That is the kind of dream that I have, and try to bring it to reality.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah, because as you say that, I'm thinking about my family.
Yes.
You know, we're from Iraqi origins, so the families are bigger more often, right?
Yes.
And we do own a lot of cars together as a family. And if you look at these cars, like if they're 90% unused, that is a lot of lost potential, let's say.
Yes.
And we trust each other. So I wouldn't mind to share my car with like my brothers or my nephews or whatever. So the trust is there, and that is the basic requirement. But if the trust is there, it's like and it is comfortable or convenient to schedule things.
Yes.
Then I wouldn't have any problem sharing my car.
Yes, and that's actually the same idea at a larger scale, the bigger family.
Yeah.
And it is community and society. And when people trust each other, they borrow the car to each other. And that's the philosophy behind this application. So you can first trust, and then you can start to, again, ride, rent, and buy. And the ride is also the driver. It means that now there's some platforms, they ask like 25% what you earn. We ask only 10%. So it's also good for drivers. When you want to go vacation, you take it, the ride from Movo and then go to the airport. So the driver is also more happy. And then when you want to rent a car, is also the people have the most of the profit go to the owner of the car and not to the platform. So that's also a shift we are making in this application. Actually, we are turning this reliability of these vehicles at home that are costly to assets. Because car is not asset, it's reliability, and we try
exactly
to move it to that direction. And yes, that's idea.
Yes, I can translate that to my own life. Like when I'm going to travel somewhere, then I need to do something with the car. So I go with it to the airport, and there we take the valet service, and they store the car for a period for us, and we pay money. for them to store it. So you're saying instead of paying money, you can get money when you're out of town.
Yes, yeah, position can rent out, and that's the idea, correct?
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that turns the complete narrative from a car from being a liability, like you are saying, to really becoming an asset that
Yes,
could even bring you money in.
yes, and you can imagine how many cars there are in parking now. Thousands, millions,
Yeah, a lot.
a lot. We have a lot of cars in the parking, and they are not using. And in terms of when it comes to sustainability, is important to realize that. And when you have that, then you have a better, more sustainable, more happy people, and beside that, more efficient. Because when you have a unit car, you have in your neighborhood 10, 20 cars ready to drive, and
Yeah.
you can choose.
Also, yeah. Also, the space problem, right?
Yes,
Especially if we're looking at big cities like Amsterdam. I was a politician here in Amsterdam, and one of the biggest challenges was how many parking places should we build when we are building a new neighborhood. And we had quite some political tension discussing how many parking places we should build.
yeah, yeah. That's a very good point you are mentioning, because that's also challenge is the community challenge. When you rent out your car and you don't park it, so you also save parking costs.
Yeah.
And the idea is that also we partner with the parking company, so you can park somewhere that people can take and bring back in your neighborhood. So it's also little help by your parking challenges. And of course, when you don't park, you don't pay, and you earn money.
Yeah, exactly. We're looking at €7.50 in Amsterdam per hour. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, those are some costs.
Yes. Yes. Imagine you park the 10 hours, and in 24 hours is like $150. It's
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, it
Correct?
goes really quick. It goes, let's say it stacks.
Yes, yes. And when you have this platform, when it's running and people trust each other, because that's very important element. And then and also insured by that insured by the insurance company, then you are ready to rent your car. But it requires a lot of technical things that we are doing in the background to manage that.
Yeah, interesting. So just looking at your profile, I was looking at your profile yesterday, and I saw you are a very experienced leader. You have had quite some leadership roles, and you're a very experienced man. And I think, what made you choose to put your experience, to use your experience for this purpose and not something else?
This is one of the ideas that I am realizing. And what makes me to do that is that I think that's the idea that we are here to add value, to leave the world behind us better than we found it. So that is my motivation. And I see technology helping a lot to achieve that, to bring the services to the everyday man, everyday people. So try to do that combination, and the link to leadership experience is always how we can do more at large scale. As you know, Movo is available in 21 countries in 12 languages. And I believe that you must think globally, act locally, and I think that if you do that with right people, working with right people, and motivated people, then you can achieve a lot. So that is the idea.
Yeah, very interesting. So you're in 21 countries, and in a discussion we had before, in a conversation we had before, you said that's how you started. You started out in 21 countries. Yeah, that's let's say if I'm looking at a default, a standard founder guide or playbook, then you see the other way around. You see that people start in one country, and then they expand to other countries. You're doing exactly everything the other way around. What made you make this choice?
I think that is how I am thinking. I'm thinking more globally. And I know the many founders, they always start small and expand.
Yeah.
And I had the idea from the beginning that we should have Europe, and we should have Australia, New Zealand, and South Africa, and North America. So we come to 20 to 21 countries.
Well,
Of course, we check if the regulation allows us to do that. And I would say if we had more chance in terms of regulation, maybe we had maybe more countries. But then
I can imagine. Yeah.
the regulation doesn't let to expand, and then we went back to to content and to work on the application itself. So we chose the geographical area, and then we went to the application. And it has advantages and disadvantages. Advantages is that you have already image of this the roadmap of where you're going. And disadvantages you must customize in every language. We have 12 languages supporting, and it is quite time to also to customize user interface and user experience also, because every country has different way of saying things, and that makes extra challenging. But when you reach that challenge, then you are happy. So I would say that it was very, very challenging. Yes, correct.
Yeah, very, very, very interesting. I'm listening to Alex Hormozi quite often lately. And he says something very funny, and actually it's not my style of doing things, but he says, always choose the hard path. Never choose the easy path, because the easy path will bring you small returns, and the hard path will always bring you better returns because nobody is taking that path.
Yeah. I believe that how bigger the obstacle or challenge, how the same amount you have as the glory when you solve it. So and inspiring because it's big, and when you aim big and it's inspiring, it's much more than when you aim small. And but again, you are very you must have 100% focus. It requires a lot of time and long nights and days and weekends, and it is as entrepreneurship is not is not like 9 to 5. It's
I know all about it.
you must believe it before you see it, and not see it and then believe it. So that's the trend. But when you believe it, things happen twice. Once in mind and then reality. So we are working on that to bring it the best service as we can to our clients.
Beautiful. Yeah, and if you're looking at what makes this most challenging, or what is the most challenging part of scaling you are experiencing right now? I'm curious to know that.
And customizing the application for each country. There are two more the most the important challenges are the regulation of the country. Are we allowed to operate there? And secondly is how we can customize our application in a way that they understand what we are trying to sell. And these are two challenges, and the major challenges, yes.
Yeah, interesting. And is it so because the 21 countries you're in, are they very different? Or let's say, are they in different continents, or are they?
Yeah, we cover now Australia and New Zealand and North Europe and larger parts of Europe and North America. So they are, and South Africa. So they are the almost, yes, in every continent, yes.
Yeah, wow, that's beautiful. I can imagine. I totally imagine that. The legalization frameworks are very different in each of these countries.
But also opportunity is huge because there are many cars in all these countries, and if you when you the mobilize through this application, and I think there's a very huge market for this.
Totally can imagine. Yeah, very, very, very interesting. I've never heard this before, to start in all these countries at the same time, and then localize them also. It seems like a huge challenge, and I actually love that you chose to do it this way.
Yes.
Yeah, it makes it also very unique, right?
I think mostly it's the other way around. You start small and you grow, expand later on. And we start from another side. But it gives also the picture, total picture where we are. And when we want to expand to more countries, then we have already experience about that. So how we do that to expand to 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 more countries? It's not now, we don't know how to do that. So it's our the database is built in such a way that we can expand the lean and we can expand it to all countries. That is the biggest dream. Yes.
Yeah, it's also a way to make sure that you are building a framework or an architecture or an infrastructure that is able to scale. So,
Yes.
but just by really scaling it up in the beginning, you are sure that it's able to scale.
Yes, and that is the advantage, because if you try later on to do that, maybe you should rebuild something or design something. And as from the beginning we said we will. Its idea is to expand globally, and 21 countries are now is already small, so we believe that we can cover globally. But again, we are working on that, and we, in the sense that we believe that. Time will help us to achieve that. Because I personally don't believe in overnight success. I believe that it takes time to come there, and we have all time to do that. Yes.
Beautiful. Yeah, and I think this is a very unique story, and that's also that makes it also more beautiful.
I think the idea is, the starting point is how we can add value for the world we are living in, and is not only to take what we can take, but how we can add value, and in which way that we also inspire to do that.
Yeah.
It's not, no, I forced to do this, I love to do this. When you do something with love, then is it the result is 100% guaranteed. When you don't do with love and you're forced to do something, the result also crying with you. So because you cannot hide that. And that's the idea. So the starting point was how can add value, the way I love to do, that is the idea. And then again start to you must work very hard to yourself as an entrepreneur. That starting point is, I think, is also important. That if you don't start, you never go.
Yeah.
Definitely. But doing it itself is also important to keep yourself motivated, and despite all these challenges that are unseen, to go through this way.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so I'm just thinking out loud because you yourself are not only doing this startup, you also have a couple of others that you are building right now.
That's correct. Correct. I'm busy with one other application is about home services. When we have time, we can also discuss about that, and also real estate application. So both transportation and real estate.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, probably that takes all your time.
Yes, yes, but the skill of leadership is to prioritize and try to work time by time. So it's not like doing all of at once.
Yeah.
Efficient. Yes, right.
So looking at what you are doing, it is very worth to follow what you are doing and your story. For the viewers and the listeners, where can they follow your story?
No, we have a community page on LinkedIn, so people can follow us on LinkedIn by typing Movo Autos. So you can join us and follow us, and you have also movoautos.com, where people can also follow the website and development on the website. And we are also building this new way of communication with community, so we can expand later on with more channels that people can follow us.
Beautiful. I want to thank you a lot for your time and for your beautiful insights. And of course, your very unique story of building a startup that will probably, hopefully, make a lot of impact in the world.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me, and I appreciate this interview. Is inspiring, and I will say keep doing as well. And now it's a small world entrepreneurship, and we will see each other with no doubt. Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Hope to see you again. Have a lovely day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.